get any better for the Chelsea striker right now. He's just broken the Belgium goal scoring record. And that's 100 caps, 67 goals. That is some return. That's better than 2/3, if you think about it, scoring goals for his country at international level. He is evolving. He's developing as such a good player, such an incredible talent. I think we've seen glimpses already of him at Chelsea, the new Lukaku, if you like, the way he destroyed Arsenal. And he's just going to, I think, be such a force in the Premier League this season. But he looks a different player. He looks reinvigorated. I think he looks re-energised with his time from Belgium, but also, much more importantly, perhaps his stint at Inter as well under Conte.
Yeah, I know you're going to talk about Ronaldo in a moment, but we take a look at that strike rate there, Andy. Wow, he's even scoring goals at a better rate than Ronaldo in international football.
Yeah, and like John was saying, he's done that at his age. I mean, John was asking, could it get any better for Lukaku? I think it could. If you look at the strikers like Lewandowski, like Ronaldo, who've got better and better and better since their 30th birthday. I mean, what will we be saying about Lukaku in 10 years' time?
Well, probably what we're saying about Ronaldo, maybe, in terms of the scoring rate. And he's had a good week as well, John, hasn't he?
He has, and do you know what, guys? There's the story about this, which really caught my eye and made me laugh, was that Ronaldo, I mean, he's irresistible, isn't he? He's the biggest star in the planet, really. If you know, arguably certainly bigger than Messi, as Man United fans will certainly say that right now.
Sure, yeah.
But I do think, you know, only Ronaldo could find sunshine in a Manchester park. Those pictures of him, Alan, most people get rained on when they go to Manchester. I'll say that with the greatest respect to United and City fans, please, by the way. But, I mean, the guy is just fantastic. He's just, what a sensational story it has been. His second coming at Old Trafford, his return to Manchester. There were further pictures, wasn't there, today, of him at Carrington at the United training ground meeting Solskjaer. And he's just going to be a phenomenal story. And the shape he's in from those pictures, wow. I mean, he's, you know, how much longer can he go on for? I mean, I do think there's a theory that he could go into his 40s. Now, it's hard to disagree. He's in fantastic form, fantastic shape. He's going to be the story of the season, I think. Yeah,
John, I can tell you, I drove down from Manchester for the show today, and that was exactly the scene in my back garden this morning as I ate my breakfast as well. It wasn't really. Of course it wasn't. Right, who's had a bad week, John?
Well, listen, I think we can look no further than, you know, some of the Argentine boys, really. And I particularly feel sorry for the Tottenham boys out of that. Giovanni Lo Celso, Cristiano Romero. I mean, Romero, he's the summer signing for Spurs, £42.5 million. Probably doesn't know quite what's hit him. Tottenham, the feeling is that they went without the club's permission. They got caught up and dragged off the pitch, and now they're having to come home and self-isolate and train while in Croatia. I mean, it was farcical scenes really, embarrassing for everyone concerned, and certainly hasn't pleased Tottenham, and they've taken some strong action, but they're hoping to get back as soon as possible, of course.
I'm interested in your take on this, John, because especially for Romero, it's difficult. He's got a huge price tag, trying to prove himself in a new league, at a new club. There's been the sense that there's going to be a frosty reception for them when they come back to the training ground. I think this is pretty harsh. You sign South American players, you know they're going to walk over hot coals to go and play for their country.
Andy, I couldn't agree more with you. Listen, there's two sides to this argument, and I do feel as if it's so easy to misjudge and dismiss the passion and the enthusiasm which the South Americans represent their country. I think we've dismissed it too easily. I mean, it was never going to be easy, was it? Never going to be easy to find a solution to the red list chaos, particularly when the government couldn't help out the clubs really. But the clubs, then took a stance on it. Villa sort of relented a little bit with their Argentinian pair. But generally, I do think that I feel, sympathy with Lo Celso and Romero, because it was never their intention, I don't think, to be caught up like this or basically break any rules or upset Tottenham. They just wanted to represent their country, and I love that passion in their play for their team.
Yeah, absolutely. We're running out of time a little bit, John, but just quickly, who else has had a bad week?
Hey, Donny van der Beek, he can't catch a break, this guy. He was such a good player at Ajax. It's just not worked for him at Manchester United, has it? He's not really played regularly for United at all since he's been there, and he's now out of the Dutch team to such an extent then that Dutch legend Marco van Basten has piled in, saying Van der Beek is not that good. As a number 10 at Ajax, it's much easier than as a number 10 in Spain or England. Some sympathies with him. I think he's a super player, just hasn't found his feet in the Premier League yet.
No, we've just not seen him play that much, have we, John? Brilliant. Thank you for coming on Headline Makers to do Good Week, Bad Week. Of course, we've got the new fixtures now to look forward to this weekend. Some fascinating ties in the Premier League. We've been speaking about a few of them, haven't we, in terms of Leicester, Manchester City. Of course, Crystal Palace, Tottenham kicks us off as well with Patrick Vieira there. And Manchester United, Newcastle with Cristiano Ronaldo's return to the Premier League. Andy, which game are you looking forward to the most quickly?
Oh, it's got to be United versus United, doesn't it, in Manchester? I think everyone's excited to see Cristiano Ronaldo having a go. And there will be goals, whatever happens. There are questions maybe about the fit, just like there were at Juventus, but we know he's going to score. And it's the player that United need, I think.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting indeed to see how Cristiano Ronaldo gets on back at Old Trafford and see if the sunshine continues in Manchester as well.